he's actually a flat earther. He's got a big podcast and everything. Yeah. So.
Jimmy might want to date him.
Today we're going to flip the tables because you guys think Jimmy's crazy, and now you're all going to find out you're all crazy.
That's right.
Except Jimmy.
I have an open mind. So.
Well, don't let your mind. Don't
David.
Don't have such an open mind that your mind falls out. All right.
You're Dave too, right? Your name is Dave too, right?
My name's Dave.
Okay.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of After Hours. Today, guys, we have a very special guest. David Weiss is joining us from the Flat Earth Podcast. If you guys don't want to hear about the Flat Earth, tune out now. But if you want to get your mind blown, stay tuned because we're going to be talking about some pretty deep topics. David, thank you. Welcome, and for joining us today.
Nothing makes me happier than talking to people that think the Earth is a globe and allowing me the opportunity to show you that you're insane. Okay.
Now, before you start, I'm a man of science. I have a million degrees. I went to college, and medical school, so I've been pretty much
indoctrinated very well
into thinking that we live on a globe. Now, I've never been in outer space, so it's impossible to verify. But I'm assuming that what we're being told is correct. Now, you originally started as a guy who would go to comedy shops, right, and make fun of the flat earthers, right?
No, I had a conspiracy podcast. And people said, "Hey, check out Flat Earth," and I made fun of them because that's ridiculous. They want to just watch this video. It's only 2 minutes long, and I'm like, "No, you're a moron. Banned for life." Okay, even for suggesting that I look at a Flat Earth video because we all know the Earth is a globe. It's been proven 2,000 years ago.
We live right. Here's where we live, Dave.
Yeah.
Right
yeah.
here.
Wait. So we live there. So hold on here. Here, that's better. There, I'm on the side of the globe. Okay, I'm on the side of the globe. Right. I live on the equator. All right. And if I move to Australia, I could be here. Hey guys, I'm here. I'm here, upside down. All right.
Yep.
And our feet are facing each other, no matter where I am. Okay. This is ridiculous. Insanity. Right. Insanity. Real quick.
Yeah, give us an overview.
When you know about the censorship going on in YouTube, with all this craziness that's going on in the world, they're hiding it. Why are they hiding Flat Earth? Right? You Google Flat Earth, you get the Flat Earth Society. You get stuff like this. Oh, this is Flat Earther thinks we're a disc and we're a pancake and everyone else is a planet. No Flat Earther thinks that. Just programmed globers think that Flat Earthers think that. So if we're not a pancake floating in space with other pancakes or other round planets, what are we? And the way you got to look at it is eliminate everything you've ever known. Eliminate planets, everything, because you don't even know that there's planets. We live in a puddle. Think about what a puddle is. A puddle is where water accumulates, and the edge of the puddle is where the land is higher than the water. That makes sense. It contains the water. A pond is a bigger puddle. A lake is a bigger pond. And the world oceans create the world lake, the world pond, whatever you want to call it. All of the continents are surrounded by water, but the water needs a container, and it's surrounded by land that is higher than the surface of the water. That's the container, right? And if you had a lake and you dug out the side of the lake, all the water would run out and find its level. So the Earth is the basement of the universe. Don't ask me what's underneath it because we don't know, right? And we live in this pond that's melted out of the ice. And the shoreline is Antarctica. Wait a minute. I thought Antarctica was a ball at the bottom of the Earth. Well, they'll tell you that Antarctica is the highest land on Earth. That's interesting. Maybe that's why it's at the bottom. The Earth tipped over. I don't know. But it's not. It's at the bottom. There's no pictures of Antarctica from space. They're all cartoons. No one's allowed to fly over Antarctica because they say, Reagan put a law into effect that you had to be within, 30 minutes of an airport when you're flying, which is nonsense. It's nonsense. The reason is Antarctica is the shoreline of our world. What's out here in the outer space? Interesting. What's out there? Maybe there's more land. Maybe there's more oceans. Maybe Antarctica is just a ring around us. We live here, USA, South America, Africa. And out here in the outer space, there's more territory, extraterrestrials from outer space. Right here on the Earth. All right. But again, we don't know what's beyond the shoreline of Antarctica because it's off limits. No one's allowed to go beyond 60 degrees south. Right. You can spend a ton of money, go to this peninsula. They'll show you some penguins, which I don't even believe are inhabit there. I think they're just like a zoo of penguins, and they'll show you some ice. They won't show you anything else. You're not allowed to explore out here. Okay.
Well, has anyone ever flown over this proverbial wall that you say is surrounding us?
Well, it's not a wall because, that's mind programming 101 again there. If everyone watched the Game of Thrones, in the Game of Thrones, they talk about the ice wall. Well, it's not the ice wall. It's the shoreline of our pond, right? You go to Antarctica, most of the shoreline looks like this. You got this 200-foot high ice ledge, and then you have a extended plain that you're not allowed to go explore, right? It's just the shoreline, the container of the world pond, right? Large bodies of water at rest lay flat, testably, measurably, scientifically, provably flat. There is no curvature. On a ball, 24,901 miles around, which you guys probably didn't even know the dimensions of your lovable, blue ball.
Jimmy does, yeah. But, yeah.
Of course, Jimmy, flat earthers know more about the globe than the people that defend it. A 6-foot-tall person standing at the edge of calm water should see a physical horizon no more than 3 miles away. Now, if the weather is bad or fog or whatever, that horizon could be closer, but it can't be farther because the curve, just like a pregnant woman, if she takes her finger and goes over her belly, as soon as it goes over that edge, she can't see her finger anymore because there's a physical horizon, right? So if you're looking at a ball at the size they tell us, you should not be able to see the surface of the water for past 3 miles. Well, guess what? We can. We can see it for many, many miles past. We can see things that should be far, far, far below the curve, but they're not. So let's start there. Hit me with your reason that you think the Earth is a globe, because here's how this is going to go. You guys are going to hit me with all of your gotcha. Oh, what about this? What about this? I'm going to completely destroy it. At the end of this, you have two options. You can go, Dave, you made a lot of good points. I need to go verify this stuff myself and actually use my brain, use my God-given common sense and stop believing the nonsense. Or you're going to go, I don't believe it. The Earth is a globe, but you're not going to be able to collect your Bitcoins because you're not going to be able to give me one proof of the globe.
All right, so what are you offering? You're offering a reward. If anyone can prove that the Earth is a globe, you will give them what, about
3 Bitcoins, $180,000.
Wow, that's guaranteed.
Guaranteed. And here's the thing: it's my word. I don't have it in escrow. It's a win-win. If you have a proof of the globe, you either get the money from me, or two, you get to destroy my reputation, right, which is
pristine. Where did Shatner go? Where do you think Shatner just went on that little space flight he took?
Shatner didn't go anywhere. First, they can't even get him in one of the fucking spacesuits because look at him. It's the same suit. It's the same picture. They just put his head on there. I have the image of what this came from. This is from another shot with a different background. They just put his head on here, right? And if you watch that if you guys probably didn't even watch the landing, did you? Did you watch the landing?
No, Jimmy did.
Jimmy did, because with flat earthers, we actually checked this shit out. It's ridiculous, right? This thing's coming down. It's got 3 parachutes, old Apollo style, right? And then when it landed, it only had 2 parachutes, but nobody noticed, okay? And the thing slammed down into the desert, left, boom, a big friggin' dust boom. So you got a 90-year-old guy in there. This thing slams into the ground. When you go to a marathon or a swimming event or a racetrack or just any event, anything, an Evel Knievel jump or anything, whatever, what's the first thing you see? Ambulances. There's always an ambulance there. No ambulances, no medical, no nothing. The thing slams down. They all come walk off, and he goes, "Oh, the blackness of space. It was so, it looked like death and the thin blue." I mean, his acting sucks. Okay, it sucks so bad. It's ridiculous, right?
Well, why would he participate in something like this, David?
Why would he participate? Because he's a 90-year-old guy that spent all of his money, and they came to him and they said, "Hey, you're going to do this. You owe us, whatever." And they paid him millions of dollars to fake it, okay? Or they could have even lied to him and said, "Listen, we don't want to get you hurt. It's a rough ride. We're just going to fake it. And you don't even have to do it. We'll pay you $2 million, and you're not allowed to say it." He's going to do it. He's a money whore. All right.
And David, what did he say after it was all over? He says, "Oh, by the way, the Earth is round. I saw it."
Right. And then Don Pettit. No, was it Don Pettit? Not Don Pettit. One of the astronauts said to him, Chris Hadfield said he was he was on the news, And Chris, before he went, he goes, yeah. He goes, we were chatting back and forth, and I told him, enjoy it. Don't try to film it and waste the experience. That's what he friggin' said. That's what he said. All right. I mean, if you believe he went to space, you believe that Elon Musk sent this friggin' car into space, right? This is ridiculous. Okay. This is Elon Musk. In case you're not aware, I'm sure Jimmy's aware. You guys probably never watched it. Elon Musk sent his car into space, and this is what they showed us. This is nonsense. Look at this. All right. And this isn't even as high as the space shuttle when this was done, the space station. And the space station never gets a picture of the globe Earth. They get just a really close picture. But somehow, at a lower altitude, this thing was able to see the Earth spinning around. Give me a friggin' break. Okay?
So
let me
where are
ask you
all
a
the
question.
satellites?
Wait.
Dave, where are all the satellites?
Wait a minute. Hold on. You, let Greg go.
Let me
Greg?
ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you believe in like? I'm just curious. You believe in like because you were saying extraterrestrials. Somebody's saying something.
Jimmy, let Greg talk.
Wait, I want to ask you a question. So you believe that outside this wall, right?
Not the war, the shoreline of our world. Imagine a
The
big
shoreline
lake.
of our world.
Imagine
So
a big
you're
lake in the middle of
and you believe-
Kansas. What's
you
beyond the
believe
the shoreline? Go ahead.
So you're saying you think that like that's where extraterrestrials come from and all that too, right? Am I correct?
If there are extraterrestrials, they're
So when
coming.
people get abducted, that's where they go. You think?
I don't believe anyone gets abducted. Okay, I believe that's all military nonsense, right?
Uh-huh.
It could be set up like this. It could be set up like this. It could be. It could be. We don't know what's beyond there. There's probably more land. Here's a map that was 10
But how
centuries
do you
old.
know all this other stuff, but you don't know what's beyond it? You're telling me that
I
you
can
don't know
verify.
what's underneath?
I can verify what's here that we can measure. I can't go into space and measure. I can't go to Antarctica and measure. But this is a Japanese map from 10 centuries ago that shows all these other continents out here. There's many stories, books and stuff. Look up the Iron Republic about people that had gotten through an opening in Antarctica and found another ocean, other lands, and other people out there that speak English. Where did they come from? They came from the inner world, the inner ring, the Lord of the
No, they
Rings.
came from the other side of the earth.
No.
They came from over here and around. They came on the other side.
Well,
That's what happened. The Antarctica's down here. Arctica's up here. So Antarctica, where all these nut jobs think
cool
that,
story,
like,
bro.
that like the glaciers are melting and shit. In Antarctica, some glaciers are melting. In Antarctica, there's new glaciers being formed every day. As a matter of fact,
Cool story, bro.
okay.
Cool story.
Yeah, but I'm just telling you. Look, if
You're
you
just
fly,
telling me. What
if you fly
evidence
from
do you
down
have?
here, but wait, if you fly from down
Oh,
here,
my
right,
Lord.
you go around, you come out, you're in Australia, you go see Lee Priest and shit, and you speak English.
All right.
That's how they met. English speaking.
let me explain to you about flying to Australia. Whoever's got I think it's Jimmy. We can't hear what you're saying.
He was there, Dave.
Jimmy, you're breaking up. Jimmy,
just mute. I got this. All right, I got this. Greg, pay attention. Pay attention. So,
Okay.
if on a globe the top half is the north,
Right.
then you got the equator, and the bottom half is the south.
I gotta pull over somewhere.
All right, pull over.
All right. So the top half is the north, the bottom half is the south. Now, if you're going from any two locations in the north, would you
Right.
ever? I'm asking a question. Would
No,
you
say
ever
right.
have to cross the equator from one location in the north to another location in the north? Is there any reason to cross the equator?
From the north to the north?
Yeah.
No.
How about? Well, no, hold on, Jimmy. Let me make my point. And then any two locations in the south, would they ever need to cross the equator?
Any two locations in Israel? Well, no, you would go from here to there like that.
Yeah, so you would never cross the equator. Very good. Okay, so here, check this out. Going from Santiago to Australia, they go all the way up across the equator, across America, and down. And if they want to go to Western Australia, the route that they mostly take is all the way up, all the way over to friggin' China and Singapore and down. Now, why would they do that rather than just zipping across the bottom of the equator, right? Across next to Antarctica. And the reason is because they go from Santiago all the way up, all the way across China, Western Australia, straight line. This is the route that they take because the earth is flat. Let me show you a couple more things before you interrupt.
Mhm.
Here's blue line is the equator. And Here is from Santiago to Johannesburg, and it stops in Senegal. Is that what it says?
in Africa, yeah.
Yeah, it stops in Africa. Well, Senegal? Why does it cross the equator? Right. Well, here's why: because they go up, they go across the equator, and then they continue on. That's a straight line. Let me show you another one. Right here is Buenos Aires to Johannesburg, and they go all the way up to Amsterdam. On a flat Earth, it looks like this. Why didn't they just cut across here? How about another one? Okay, why when you go to Mexico City from Auckland, why don't they go straight to Mexico City? There's plenty of people to fill this plane that want to go direct to Auckland, but they stop in Los Angeles. Well, you look at it on a flat Earth map, it goes here.
Listen,
these are actual plane routes. These are actual plane routes.
You're totally wrong. Look at where I can't point it on your screen so you can't see me. You got it like this, right? So you're telling me that little snow patch in the middle, right? So you're going from the sun over a fucking frozen. Why is there snow in the middle? Why is that frozen thing in the middle?
I'll tell you why. You want to see
your dish? Is it frozen?
Is it frozen in the middle?
Right.
Why?
Why is it frozen in the middle, but not over here on the corner?
Well, it is frozen on the outside. It is.
No. Well, look at
why
America.
Is it frozen? Why is it frozen here?
You're going from Florida, right? You can go from Florida to the other side. See, I can't fucking. I'm trying to show you. I guess I have to do it like this.
He said, Greg, David is saying that the flight maps that these airplanes take is not consistent with what the globe is.
Yeah, but I'm showing you he's wrong. Look, how do you go from Florida here?
Yeah.
Florida.
Yeah.
This is what he's showing you right there. Look, see that little snow, that circle of snow? That's the North.
Whether there's snow there or not doesn't matter. Where are we going? From Florida to where?
You're going across the globe. You're
where? Give me a destination. From
all right,
Florida.
I see a dot right there. Okay, you went.
I can't see where you're pointing at. Tell me where you want to go.
All right. We want to go to I don't know, fucking down here. Where's that? Asia? I can't see. All right. So you're saying I would go from Florida? You were saying we're flying this way?
You're flying in a straight line. You gotta look at what the flat Earth map is. Look, here's the map. Right. Florida's right. Florida's right here.
Right.
If you want to go to Asia, you fly across Alaska. You just fly across Alaska and to the Far East. It's a straight line.
So you're telling me you go from warm Florida, warm, hot, tropical, over a frozen fucking thing. Why is that frozen in the
All right.
Let me
all right. Let me show you. I'm going to jump into my app because I can demonstrate it for you right here. All right.
I love that he's all prepared too. That's the most fun part.
Listen, there are no there's no new questions. They're all just dumb questions. Okay. So pay attention. This is going to make this is easy to understand, but you have to listen. Clear your friggin' heads. Listen. This inner yellow line is the Tropic of Cancer. Okay. Right. Now you know that the Tropic of Cancer is here over the flat Earth. The outer yellow line is the Tropic of Capricorn. Now the sun migrates in between these two tropics every 6 months. Okay. The red line is the equator. So anything in between these lines is called the tropics. And that's because it's always warm there because the sun is always close to them. But Greg, right? Greg?
Yes.
So Greg, I'm at what state are you in? Where are you located?
I'm in New York.
All right, you're in New York. I'm in Connecticut, buddy. We're gonna hook up.
Yeah.
All right. So
you break bread.
So in the winter, it's freezing. Let's say you come over here, we're hanging out, we're having a barbecue, it's friggin' freezing. And we're outside, there's snow on the ground, and we're 20 feet apart. And somebody comes over to me and they hold a big heat lamp 10 feet over my head. I can feel that heat coming down on me. I'm warm. That heat lamp is high in the sky. But you look at that heat lamp and you go, it's down lower in the sky. It's farther away. And you can barely feel the heat. Then, keeping it at 10 feet, they walk over to you. You watch that heat lamp get higher in the sky and warm you up. So now back to the map. So the sun goes around once every 24 hours. And I'm going to jump the sun forward to December. And it's over the Tropic of Capricorn. In December, it's our winter. It's the outer South's summer. If you look, Australia is having their summer. And in Australia, Central Australia, the sun is directly over their head at noon. Why is it over their head? Because it's out south. Pay attention, right? Right? And so it's far from New York, right? So it's cold. It's cold in New York. Central Africa is having their summer, or South Africa, Johannesburg. Madagascar, right? It's going right over them. That's when they have their summer. And if you look, when it comes around, we're here in New York. The sun is all the way out here. That makes it lower in the sky. Like that far street light is low in the sky, and the street light over your head is high in the sky. They're both the same height, but one of them is low, one of them is high. So now if I jump the sun 6 months forward to June, it's over the Tropic of Cancer, right? Now, Florida, Miami, that's friggin' hot there. Mexico, Southern California, friggin' hot. Sun's high in the sky. Death Valley, it's because the sun is close. Now, in the heliocentric ball model, which is absolutely ridiculous, here in New York, in Connecticut, I want you to go out on December 21st, when the sun is over the Tropic of Capricorn, at noon, when the sun is as high in the sky as it will be for that day, look at the sun, and you can't get a tan. You can't feel the heat on your face. I mean, a little bit, but it's high in the sky, the most direct angle. But then on June and July, you could watch the sun rise, and as soon as you see the sun, you feel the heat on your face when it's at its lowest angle. Here's the part, the kicker, right? The kicker is in the winter, our winter, the helio-nonsensical bullshit model that you believe in tells us that the sun is 3.5 million miles closer to us. So if you suck in all of that data I just said, the high, more direct angle and closer sun can't give you a tan. You don't feel the heat. But in the summer, when the sun is down low, you can feel the heat. It's 3.5 million miles farther away. You can get a tan. Game over. The earth is not a ball. You've been lied to your whole life. It's up to you whether you want to admit it.
I can kill that model. First of all, look at that sun where that is. Look how long that sun's going to take to get here to give us light during the day.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, look at your model. If you guys all look at that model, you can see, look at South America. That's actually a round model. That's looking at it from the top down. Look at the way those things are bent. You guys are showing, you're actually showing a round model. Look, you can see, look at South America, look at North America, look at Africa.
What about it?
It's bent this way. It looks like it's going down. Like
no, that's because you have a ball mentality. This is the flat Earth map. They took the flat Earth map and they wrapped it around. They wrapped it around the globe.
Wait, I'm gonna tell you another thing. Look, you're saying this is the flat Earth, right?
Yeah.
This is where the Earth is. You're telling me the sun is like a fucking. It's a grape. You're telling me that the sun is. Hey, the Earth is grapes. They're plastic grapes. My girlfriend is plastic. Anyway, you're telling me instead of this giant ball, which look, the sun's like this. If this was a flat Earth and the sun was here, it would light up the whole fucking Earth at the same time. So you're telling me
incorrect.
That the sun is actually the size of a grape.
It's a local light.
Greg, go into a dark room and get a flashlight or just a light, a candle, and put it on one end of a table. It will light up just a portion of that table, and then the far end of the table will have no light at all.
So it throws so much heat. It's this tiny little.
It's not throwing heat. It's throwing electricity. Okay.
It's throwing electricity.
It's throwing electricity. You're telling me that this sun here is 93 million miles away.
Yeah.
Look at it. Open your eyes, dude.
They changed the distance, Dave. I don't know how many times.
How far is it away?
I don't know.
We don't know because the way they figured out the distance is they had the radius of the Earth. The radius of Earth is just 4,000 miles, and they use that, but no one knows how they got the radius of the Earth.
If you had a dish, if this was like the Earth and it was flat, and the sun was up here like this, like a bulb, like it would light up the whole fucking dish.
Okay, Greg, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how that isn't how it works at all, right? So I'm going to show you the first. Let me show you my sun fade out because that'll show you that the sun's light can't push through. I filmed this in the winter, super cold and super clear day, and the sun was up here, and in 5 minutes time it went down, 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 down. If the Earth was spinning, it would just keep on going, but it didn't. It went down, 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 and when it got to this apparent horizon, it stopped, and it sat here, and it didn't go down. Why isn't it going down? Now this is really sped up, but it didn't go down. It just went away, and it faded into the thickness of the soup of the air. Its light can't push that far because the atmosphere blocks it. Okay? Watch it again. The atmosphere blocked. Like, can you look through a pane of glass? Yes, you can. Can you look through 100 panes of glass? No, you
I
can't.
haven't looked at
No,
it.
you can't.
Okay.
Right? Can you see the
All right, but
the
so
far
where
end?
did it go,
Can you
though?
see the far end of it? It goes around. Let me show you. I'm going to show you a quick little
Is the sun round?
The sun
So
appears
why
to
would
be
it
round.
rise in the east and set in the west?
Why do well if the moon is going the opposite direction? Why and they say in the south the stars go in the opposite direction. Why, no matter where you are on Earth, all of the stars, the sun and the moon, all rise in the east and set in the west, and that's because they're just spinning over the Earth above us, right? Everything spins around within the Earth system. Okay, it just goes around. So
But
let
we
me
see
show you
you
where
have
the
a
sun
ball there.
goes. Let me show you
That's
where
a
the sun.
ball.
That is
That's
not a ball.
those-
You're seeing a ball because
But
you've
you're
been
telling me, look, you can see
brainwashed.
3D wise, I can see that right there. I'm pointing. I'm looking. I'm over here pointing to the
Yeah.
the what do you call it? The fucking
Dude.
South America and all that shit. You can see it goes down on
No,
your even on your.
it doesn't.
That's a round drawing. You
That
guys
is
are
not a
making.
round drawing. You are seeing a circle because that's how you've been programmed to
No,
see.
no, I'm not talking about the circle part. The land masses look like they're bent like this.
No,
even in your
they're
drawing.
not because
Greg, I thought you believed the flat Earth a little bit.
No,
You had me
no, no.
fooled.
I have a question, David. Now,
My
Just-
girlfriend's flat. I believe that.
Hold on, John. Let me ask you. Greg, let me ask you a question. I can't believe that there hasn't been one airplane that has said, you know what, we're going to go over the edge of the Antarctica and see what's beyond there. Not one plane has gone over there and checked it out.
there has been.
They don't want to lose their job,
so-
Dave.
Right. So, well, they're not allowed. They're not allowed to. They're stopped by force by military. There's military, islands that go all the way around. I believe there's 8 of them that have military bases equally spaced, and they guard Antarctica.
So you,
Well, but
Hold
someone
on.
knows.
Wait, one question at a time. Was
You-
there a plane that circumnavigated south north, right? Because billions of people have circumnavigated east and west, but nobody has done it south, except this ZQ pilot was going for the world record, Guinness Book of World Records, for southern circumnavigation. So he went up North Pole, went to Alaska, California, out to Hawaii, out to these islands up here to Santiago. Then they went to the South Pole. When they got there, and we could track this online, they said, oh, the weather's too bad. We can't continue. So we're just going to turn around and we're going to come back up through Brazil and up and around. And we're like, all right, well, he didn't do it because the Earth is flat. And Guinness gave them the world record for southern circumnavigation. This is what it looks like on a flat Earth map. He basically went here, turned around, came back. He went around the lake. This is a lake. You're looking down on a lake. This is the shoreline of the lake. He did not go from Santiago and pop up over in Australia. Nobody has ever done it
okay,
Why?
let me ask you,
Why?
what military
because the Earth
guy?
is flat.
What out of all the
Well,
guys?
I
in the
understand, but why is there something over there? How come no one's gone over the wall and flown?
Wait, I want to know something.
Hold on, Greg.
What military?
Admiral Byrd did. He tried. He
Yeah.
went down there in the 50s
Well, that's the
with
story.
a whole military crew
Yeah.
and found out that there was land way beyond the plateau on the ice wall. He even said it himself on the interview. He said there's land that goes way, way beyond out there. So that
He
little
said-
peninsula on the bottom of yours is bullshit.
Yeah.
All right. And
So-
if you're in Australia, you're under the earth, Greg. How the fuck you see the North Star?
No,
Huh?
I
so
agree.
when Lee Priest comes out of his bedroom at night and he's looking at the night sky and he's looking up, he sees the North Star. The guy's on the bottom of the fucking earth standing the other way. So how the fuck is he looking up seeing the fucking
hang
North
on,
Star?
hang on,
When I
hang
go
on.
out of my fucking room in New York and I look out the fucking window and I see the fucking North Star. How's that possible?
Well,
Well,
I haven't heard of people seeing the North Star from that far south. From 30 degrees south, yes, they have seen it, and that's impossible on a ball. But I can explain why people in the south see different stars if you'd like to hear it.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I just want to know what military
because of the
stands for.
distance.
Out of all the guys I know that have been in the military, including my son, who was actually in Alaska, Fort Wainwright was. My son was deep intelligence with the,
Yeah.
He's NSA intelligence, everything. And he fucking, I didn't know any guy said, yeah, I was stationed on the fucking big Great Wall over there, so no planes.
They're not
What?
stationed on
They're
the
not gonna
wall.
Tell him.
They're stationed, and I just watched a video yesterday of some guys that tried to push it and go fishing out there, and a huge destroyer came up, and they sent a freaking drone out after them, and they're like, turn around immediately, go back.
What
you're in-
military?
So let me show you one. Wait. One question at a time. Going back into the app, I hit the
Greg, what do
button.
you think? It's the fucking National Guard?
Yeah, no, it is.
The elite, they own military. These
So
people,
you ever hear of the
people.
Falklands War? Remember the Falklands War?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Why did we have a war for this friggin' island? And the answer is because, if I could find the image. Here we go. These are all of the bases, all of these islands. Falklands, I believe, is number 8. That are run by the crown, and there's military there. There's the United Nations is there guarding these waters, right? And these are all of the islands, and this is why you can't get anywhere near Antarctica. And also, if you go there, how the hell are you gonna? What are you gonna do? Where are you gonna get fuel? Where are you gonna How are you gonna navigate? GPS doesn't work there. The compasses don't work there, right? You need massive support to explore Antarctica.
And Dave, they even put the North Pole, the ball. They put it. It's not even on the North Pole. They put it some fucking way so people could go there and cheer and shit that they were at the North Pole. They weren't.
Right.
At the North
Let me
Pole.
just throw one thing. Why we're still in the app here. So here's the sun. It's going around and around.
How do people subscribe to your app, David? By the way,
I'll tell you later. All right. So the center line is the Tropic of Capricorn. So anybody inside the Tropic of Capricorn in this circle is in the Arctic area, and anybody outside of the bigger yellow circle is in the Antarctic area, and anybody in between is in the tropics. Make sense? Right? You with me, Greg?
I'm with you.
Okay. So if you're in the Arctic area inside the circle, let me speed the sun up. What is the sun doing? It's arcing around you. That's why it's called the Arctic. Anybody outside of this yellow line, the outer yellow line, the sun is no longer arcing around you. It's coming to and fro. It's antarcing. The Antarctic and the Arctic. They're telling us with the words, right? The setup of the map. There would be the Northern Arctic and the Southern Arctic, right? The weather should be the same 6 months apart if it's a ball, but the Arctic at 60, 65 degrees north, there's animals, there's life, there's people, there's all sorts of stuff. 65 degrees south, there's nothing. Frozen solid. There's nothing out there. Okay.
And look at the UN flag, Dave.
Yeah. If you look at the UN flag
You're telling me the sun is the size of a grape, though? Like,
no, it's the size of a peanut. Okay.
Wait, it's a peanut.
No,
the size of my left nut, Greg.
So the sun that we see is small and local. It's a reflection. We're not seeing the actual sun. It's a reflection from its source, which is within or above the firmament. Again, we don't know how far it is, and you can't triangulate it because two people see it in a different position. Greg, you and I are outside. The sun's setting behind us.
Right.
We're 50 feet apart, and we're looking forward at a giant mirror. And then I have somebody else go up to the mirror.
Wait, you're saying,
Hold on. Someone goes up to the mirror, and I say, I see the sun right there in the mirror, and they draw a circle right around it with a nice Sharpie. Then they walk 50 feet over to you, and you go, I see the sun right there. And they draw a circle. Those circles are 50 feet apart. We're seeing different suns. So the sun that we see is a reflection of the real sun, right?
Wait, where's the real sun, though?
I believe that so again, anything above where we can reach or beyond the outer rim of Antarctica is speculation. But here's this. I don't believe that the dome is this high or anything like this. But if this was the flat Earth, look at the sun that's floating around in it. This is a reflection of a light that I'm holding. And if you were there, it literally is floating in mid-space. So
where's the light coming from?
It's coming from source. We don't know. Listen. The sun, if you look into
Greg, this is what they're hiding. Listen, Greg, this place is a creation, whether you believe God or not. It's a creation. We were put here, and the powers to be don't want you to know, because if you knew, they'd have no fucking power over you whatsoever. If you believe you come from a monkey from fucking some mud hole 9 billion years ago, and here we are, and we're floating around and spinning around in space, okay, they got all the power. If we're just a random accident, all this life and human beings and the intelligence we have, you're not divine anymore. You're just a freak of nature. You're just an accident. And that's what they want you to believe.
I believe this nonsense. You're spinning. This is what you have to believe. Ready? Check this out. Once upon a time, there was nothing. It exploded and became everything. That's cool, right? That's cool. And then all of the rocky bits turned into planets, and all of the gases coalesced into giant big stars that were even bigger than the planets, and they left a vacuum in between. So now we have burning balls of gas in a vacuum. Have you ever done any science? Is that even a possibility? That's a physical impossibility.
Well,
so
what did they get out of this?
Hold on. We're going to get there.
Told you,
I'm going to hold on. You did good. We're going to just come back to it in a second.
No,
so hold on. Nature doesn't lie. So check this out. I already told you. How fast is the Earth spinning? Do you know?
1,000 miles an hour.
No, he doesn't know. 1,000 miles an hour at the equator. Okay, 1,000 miles a frigging hour. Okay, we're orbiting the sun while we're spinning at, you know, the speed. You have no idea. 66,600 miles an hour. Sounds a little satanic. It is, because the solar system is satanic. Right? There's the solar system.
What is that? What
the solar system.
My mother-in-law's satanic. I'm not sure.
So wait, hold on. Let me make my point. Let me make my point. Okay. So we're orbiting at 66,000 miles an hour, and we're chasing the sun at about 500,000 miles an hour. Let's put that into perspective. This is the hypersonic sled. I encourage you to look it up so you can hear the sound with it. Hypersonic sled. It just went by at Mach 8.6. Mach 8.6, right? Guess what? Mach 8.6 is the friggin' turtle pace compared to the orbit of the Earth. The orbit of the Earth is going 10 times faster than that. And then we're chasing the sun. Ready? We're chasing the sun at 100 times faster than that.
Right.
Okay. What does this lake tell you? Does it tell you that we're corkscrewing through space at speeds that are unfathomable, impossible, curving and twirling and swirling and going in all different directions? Or does this lake tell you that you're fucking still? Okay? Does this lake tell you that we're corkscrewing through space? Or does this lake tell you the Earth isn't moving a fucking inch ever? Maybe an earthquake. I think that's a whole nother story. But none of that is true. Look at this lake.
We're standing still.
We're still.
We're not like a dish. Like a dish on a stick. You know, when the guys in circus take, you know, the jugglers take the dish.
Yeah.
And spin.
We're not spinning. We're still, and everything, all of the luminaries above us.
We're not in the circus, George. We're not in the circus. We're here on Earth. We're talking about
George. David, how come there hasn't been one person? Hold on, Jimmy, 1 second. How come there hasn't been one person who's in the know? Because some people know, according
there
to
are people in the know, but they can't.
Those are the ones that keep it from you, Dave.
Yeah.
Elon Musk.
Why aren't there one person who blows the whistle? He's got cancer. He's going to die tomorrow. Let me tell everyone the truth.
Because you won't hear about it. Did you hear about the Polish astronaut last year that came out in an interview and said the Earth is flat, nobody's been to space? Okay,
he's gone. Nobody's going to believe him.
He's gone. What about Buzz Aldrin? When the little girl asked him, "Why don't we go back to the moon?" and he goes, "Well, because we never went." Okay, and then what's that?
When did Buzz Aldrin say that?
He said that maybe 2 years ago. Look, Buzz Aldrin, we never went to. We didn't go. We didn't go.
And now he's an alcoholic, Dave, because he can't live with himself.
Yeah, and the guy's name is Buzz. Right? They fuck with us in every possible way. NASA advisor, NASA astronaut. Science fiction writer, movie producer, administrator of NASA, all together just before the Apollo lessons in Hollywood. This is a Hollywood lot.
Too,
yeah.
David. Vernon von Braun knew that you can't get out of here either.
So the story of Werner von Braun is he was the rocket scientist, Nazi rocket scientist. They brought him over here and they made him the head of NASA. All right, cool story. But NASA is just meant here to deceive our minds. So Werner von Braun wrote a book in the 1950s called Project Mars about a group of people that went to colonize Mars on this rocket ship. This is the cover of the book. The guy's name that ran the colony on Mars is Elon. This is Elon Musk's rocket that he wants to take to Mars. And he tweeted a couple months ago, I want to redesign the rocket and make it pointier.
Well, he's in the club. He's in the club too, Dave.
Elon Musk is a moron. You guys are going to get an email from me when this is over with a bunch of links to stuff that I've been talking about, and one of them is called Elon Musk Fraud. 5 minutes to show you that this guy is a puppet for the Illuminati. He's a moron, and everything he's told you in his life is a lie. Okay?
I wish I was that moron. I got to be.
Yeah, well, that's because
he's got some Scott O for a dumb.
Yeah, you got to sell your soul, Greg, for that.
Yeah. Dude, my soul, I'd sell it for $5. I'm fucking broke ass. But
you and Joe
$5,
Rogan.
you could have my soul.
You and Joe Rogan.
Wait,
that's why you don't understand this whole concept.
Wait, you're
still Greg, you're willing to sell your soul for $5.
Off the flat Earth topic, David, you don't believe that there are any dinosaurs or volcanoes, right?
Oh, Jesus.
So,
is that true?
So let's real quickly on dinosaurs. In all of the history of the world, from the pyramids to any construction projects, whatever, it wasn't until the late 1800s that some royal guy in, over in Europe wrote a paper theorizing about dinosaurs, right? No one's ever seen one. No one's ever heard of one in all the major huge sites that have been built. No one's ever come across that.
Bones in a museum.
Hold on. You have not. You've seen paper mache, okay? And he writes this paper theorizing about dinosaurs. No one's ever theorized about dinosaurs. And then a year later, to the day, he discovers the first dinosaur. Okay? Game over. Right? Game over. And then, you can say, well, I saw it on TV. I saw Jurassic Park on TV too. Okay?
And who runs that, David? The Satanic Smithsonian Institute.
Right. The Smithsonian Institute.
Right.
And then NASA's like, oh, we got this picture of Pluto. What the fuck is this? A Pluto-shaped desert? It looks like Pluto the dog. Both of them are discovered and created in the same year. Pluto the dog and Pluto the planet. They're mocking us. There's no photos of Earth. They're all paintings. With them too. They're all paintings, right? Why does Walt Disney and Sesame Street have astronauts on it? Why is the first thing that you're taught in school is the globe, right? The first worksheet kids take home is the orbits of the planets, the sun, the moon, and they indoctrinate us into this. Because why the lie? You got to why the lie. It's because your thoughts, everything you have in your life is because of the way that you think. You bring things into your life. You manifest them with your thoughts. If they can control your mind, they can control your ability to take your power.
But why would they do that, though?
I'm explaining why. They want your power. They want to take it away from you. This is a spiritual war, right?
That's what
So if you're on a ball, there's nothing more to discover, right? You're stuck on this ball. They've limited your thoughts. They steer your mind with the news, which is an acronym for North, East, West, South, right? They have you afraid of nuclear bombs, which don't exist. Right? They have you afraid that we're running out of water, we're running out of food.
You better tell Japan they don't exist.
So David, this is
Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
Flat Earth. This is really beyond the flat Earth thing. This goes beyond it. It goes. This is the spirit.
It's indoctrination, George.
This is how they get away with all of their nonsense. This is what they do. They control your mind with complete and total fear and lack of knowledge. They don't want you to know who you are, where you are, what you are, the power.
So, David, I got one more thing for you. So, David,
they control your mind with cartoons. Okay,
Dave, he likes Neil deGrasse Tyson, Dave. So I just want to, that's his hero. So I just want to let him know that. So Dave don't know that Neil deGrasse Tyson has changed the shape of the Earth. He said it's a spheroid,
an oblate spheroid.
Yeah, and over the years, when it was born, and now it's more fatter on the bottom. It's more of a
he's an oblate spheroid plant.
That's what the fuck he's saying. And then he proved gravity on one of his seminars. He held the mic up and he says, and by the way, this is gravity. Let the mic go and hit the floor. I mean,
I don't like
that fucking motherfucker didn't show me nothing.
Right. He showed you that the microphone is more dense than the air around it. Who?
Exactly.
These are the Council of Foreign Relations, the United Nations, the Bilderberg Group, right? The Club of Rome, right? All of the Trilateral Commission. These are the people that run the world. They control.
What do they get out of it, though, Dave?
They're literally satanic, blood drinking insanity. What's going on? If you knew what was really driving this world, right? These people are demons. They're demons, right? And they're not. They know that they're not allowed to take our free will, so they have to get us to willingly give it, right? They tell us what they're doing. They always tell us what they're doing, always. And then if we don't say no, we're saying yes. That's how the system works, right?
Yeah, they put it in movies. They put it in the music.
They put it in movies, lies, and news.
Alex Jones.
Well, listen, Alex Jones. He gatekeeps a lot, but he puts out a lot of good information.
No, I know. I'm saying.
Alex Jones is the one holding the fucking grape that shoots the light.
Well, I think that the light is the light of God. If you look in what's called astrotheology,
wait.
all of the hold on,
God?
one thing of the world, one thing of the world. All of the religions, from Christianity to all the other religions, it's all about the movement of the sun. The sun dies on the 21st of December and is resurrected on the 23rd, on the 25th when it starts coming back. Well, the Son of God is the same thing. You have your personal relationship with the Son of God or the sun in the sky because everyone sees it where they are. It brings you life. It brings you light. It feeds you. It can help you. It makes you see. It makes you healthy. All life on earth comes from the sun, right? You relate that to religion, whatever. Religions they divided us. There was, everybody knew the truth of this world, and then they divided us. They divided us by countries, by religions, by races, by sexes, by sports teams, by everything. Divide, because they know if we're all divided fighting amongst each other, we'll never realize that these fucking bastards are having us as slaves, right?
So let me just ask you a question. Two things.
Are you vaccinated?
I don't believe in a vaccine, but I had no choice. Okay, because my sister was. Long story.
Well, none of this matters. He's going to be dead soon.
All right. So listen. All right. So I got the Johnson one shot. Here's the deal. First of all, you said the sun gives life, and before you're telling me the sun, just hear me out. You said the sun's a reflection. You know what I'm saying? Right. So if it gives light, what's it reflecting of, though? Where's the light coming from?
It's coming from above, from the heavens above, right?
Who's the heaven? But who's the
I
heaven?
don't know. Listen, as I said, we're here in this realm. What's above us? There's a non-physical realm above us.
All right, do you believe
I believe in a
creator.
He's
got some research to do.
There's a creator.
No, Jim, wait. Do you believe like there's heaven actually? Do you say outside that globe or outside that dome? We're sitting in like a fucking like when your girl.
I don't. You know what? I don't necessarily believe
that we're like a.
So hold on. Let me answer. Let me answer.
We're another dimension.
Let me answer. So
dimension.
We live in the earth realm, in this physical realm. Okay. There are less dense realms above us and more dense realms below us. Guess what? We don't know what's below us, right? You were brought up on a meme saying that, this is the magnetic, molten magnetic core. Molten magnetic core. If you know anything about magnets, you heat them up to the Curie point and they lose their magnetism. So a molten magnetic core is a joke. The deepest hole ever dug is about 7.5 miles. That's equivalent to drilling halfway through the skin of an apple. And they used ground penetrating radar to see what they're going to hit next. And it was wrong every step of the way. No more rocks, they hit rocks. No more water, they hit water. All right. So then they hit an impenetrable barrier that they couldn't get through for years until they finally just closed it up. And they're like, all right, that's the deepest we can go.
That was in Russia, right?
But in Russia.
That I do know
about. Somehow they know what the next 4,000 miles is. Okay. This is a fucking joke.
The sun too, Dave.
Yeah. And somehow they know what the sun is 93 million miles away.
They
absolute insanity.
When they drilled that hole,
screaming from hell, it seemed like hell down there, right?
They actually said that there were voices. Did you ever hear? Did you ever watch?
I heard the recording.
There was actually like voices.
Oh, he did a little research.
Yeah. So Greg, I don't know if that's true. It sounds true. It's scary. I didn't like the way I listened to it once. I'm like, I never want to hear that again.
I heard it. I saw that the Russians, they record. That's why they said, "Oh fuck, we gotta close this shit up." But they heard you could actually hear shit down there.
And
they couldn't go any farther.
And the evil ones that are running this world, that are sacrificing children, that are doing all sorts of unspeakable things, they're trying to break whatever it is that keeps these demonic things away from us. They're trying to do that with CERN. Who knows what else they're trying to do? So these, why? It's all about control. If you were ruling the world, if you were these royal bloodlines that ruling the world, every once in a while you'd have to cull the population. Well, that seems to be what's going on right now.
What about the royal family? So the royal family, are they part of it?
Absolutely, 100%. There was a whistleblower that came out recently. She's got some videos on BitChute that she was a sex slave in the Windsor Castle as a child, and explained what's going on in there, how they sacrifice children in there constantly. It's insanity. And people are like, oh, that's just too much for me to deal with. And people just don't believe it.
That fucking
castle in Transylvania.
What's that?
Castle in Transylvania, right?
No, he's saying.
No, I'm talking about Windsor Castle.
We're not talking about Dracula.
I'm talking about the royal family stuff.
No, he's talking about fucking in the ice thing.
Let me ask you a question. Commercial planes, you say that they don't use jet fuel, they use electric.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on. That's a whole nother rabbit hole. The amount of fuel that they say they use is impossible, right? And if you look into the wings, they say all the fuel is in the wings. Untrue, right? There's a thing called, I believe they call it the forever engine, whatever, where they put magnets on all the way around like a jet engine. And when the thing is spinning, the magnets passing each other create enough electricity to run the engine. So maybe they use a little electricity to get up. I know that small airplanes, small jets do use electricity, but these big jet airliners, there's no way they're using massive amounts of fuel. It's impossible. It's not, yeah, I was down in Costa Rica.
That's why the Twin Towers are bullshit.
I watched our plane come in from New York. It landed. It did not refuel. We got on it, and it took off. How much fuel are they carrying? Okay, we flew back to New York, and they didn't refuel. Well, they always tell us they put just the amount of right around of fuel, a little bit extra in case there's a problem, and that way because it's cheaper to not carry all that weight.
Everything's a conspiracy.
Unfortunately, yes, everything. Sully landing on the river didn't happen. It did not happen.
Sully didn't land on a fucking river. No, it did not happen.
Sully's a lie too. If you want, listen. If you want to learn about this stuff, from Sully to 9/11 to airplanes, no fuel in airplanes, stoplookthink.com. Stoplookthink.com. All of the stuff that's been censored off of YouTube, it's there for as long as we can have it there. Check it out. Bring food and water because it's a deep rabbit hole.
Why would you lie about Sully landing on a fucking river?
You know what? Because they're trying to.
Where did they get it at?
They get our energy. They get
some guy Sully landing in the river.
Greg, if you live long enough, Greg, you're going to find out.
Yeah.
Well, according to him, I took the Johnson.
You got 5 years max left. That's it.
All right.
Where are we heading with all this vaccine stuff?
I think we're heading to a massive depopulation.
You ever hear the Georgia
Guidestones,
Dave?
Yeah. So let's talk about the Georgia Guidestones for a second, because the Georgia Guidestones do two things. You guys hear about the Georgia Guidestones?
It's fucking right there in your face.
Told us about them yesterday.
8 different languages, 10 commandments, and the top commandment is never let the world population rise over 500 million again. That means that 95% of the population has to die just to get down to that number, right? They tell us the world is overpopulated. Every family on Earth can have a quarter acre in Texas.
Klaus
Schwab is just another Satanist out there. So check this out. Funny thing is, there's a hole in the center stone, and that if you look through it, guess what you see? You see the star Polaris, right? And if you do a little time lapse, all the stars are circling around. Well, we're corkscrewing through space, traveling 4.4 billion miles a year. This thing has been up for 40 years. 40 years? 40 years. Yeah, 40 years.
See, and you're still saying the same fucking thing.
And you still see the same thing. The star is still in there. The North Star never moved. Okay? And then they tell us, it's so far away that there's no parallax.
The fucking Vikings used to navigate by the North Star 500-600 years.
All of the stories.
How the fuck is it still there?
All of the navigation on ships use the same stars to navigate. You go out tonight, look at the stars. Go out next year, same night, same time. Every star will be in the exact same position, even though we're 4.4 billion miles from where we are.
David, how about let's talk about ships? How about the fucking lighthouse? They see it about 180 fucking miles away. That's how the ships get into shore. You can't see that on a fucking 24,000 circumference Earth because there is a mast 8 miles.
I'm here in Connecticut. I can see underneath the Whitestone Bridge where the top of those friggin' stanchions should be below the curve. I can see underneath the deck on a clear day.
There's no fucking curve. This is what I'm trying to explain to Dave and
it's George, just the angular resolution limits of your eyes. You can't see things that are too small. Look, is there a boat here? Is there a boat here? Is there a boat here?
Zoom in, it'll be there.
Zoom in. I'll make the boat big enough. Whoop, there's the boat. Okay? Yes. There's the boat. And it looks like it disappears from the bottom up. Like when I zoom out, it's the same thing as the boat going away, and the boat will disappear from the bottom up from atmospheric reasons.
It's going down the curve right there. It looks like it's going. There's
no curve, Greg. There's no motherfucking curve, Greg. Get it out of your fucking mind. Go smoke a joint. Do something, will ya? There's no fucking curve, man. Don't fucking tell me you saw it on a plane because I'll come up to Westchester and kick your fucking ass. There's no motherfucking curve. Go play with your grapes.
David, where are all the satellites circulating that Elon Musk is putting up there?
First, look at this. We zoom in. This is that without atmosphere, without waves. Oh, look, there's this little model truck or whatever it is, a boat.
Right.
And we zoom out and it disappears because of angular resolution limits of your eyes. So where are all the satellites? Well, there are no satellites floating in or falling around the Earth, but there are satellites hanging from balloons. NASA owns all of the helium companies in the world, and they are the single largest user of helium. And they admit, not secret, they just don't advertise it. They have tens of thousands of these satelloons floating around above us. Satellites.
Right.
These are satellites, right?
All right. Listen,
I'm not I see the rocket ship take off from Cape Canaveral in Manhattan, because I'm in Florida here. Where are these things going?
They're going up and they crash out into the ocean. That's it. That's it.
That's all facade, you're saying.
So, well, you know, sometimes
100%.
they have a real launch, and sometimes they do a what I call the 2-pack rocket, which is just a hologram. And the way you can tell the difference is when the rocket takes off, there's no smoke trail. When there's no smoke trail, it's not a real rocket. Okay, This is a hologram, and we found pictures of NASA's property, and we zoomed in. We're like, what are these spotlights? We found a nameplate, and we looked up the company name, Holographic Projection Company. Watch what happens here. Watch what happens.
Dave about that.
There was a glitch, and NASA, or I think this was SpaceX. You see that? I'll zoom in. So they quickly took this down, but we had already downloaded it. Okay, this is just a glitch that they have. Yeah. It happens all the time. And now, something happened with the projection, and it went bad, and they literally
they do that on the International Space Station. Dave. Yeah. They do the same shit.
Yeah. So think about this.
Meaning that's not real.
You're saying all the satellites that we get our phone reception from are just on balloons hanging up in the sky.
I got you.
Well, I don't believe that we even get phone reception. It's all done. Satellites are
ground-based towers.
They're ground-based towers and undersea cables that are fiber optic cables that crisscross the world. And the funny thing is, if you look at the map of the undersea cables, they actually prove that the Earth is flat because there's no cable going from like Santiago to Australia because that shortcut doesn't exist. I'm trying to find the map as I talk to you.
And Dave, just like you said, they put everything in our face. Google, the cloud is mocking us. Okay, so when you say my pictures and my information is in the cloud, you're looking up. You're thinking you're fucking. No, it's in the under the ocean and cables. That's what the cloud is. Everything, 99% of the communication is cables from here to Europe. That's how you make phone calls and everything else.
Can I just ask you? I have to play devil's advocate. I have to ask this thing.
You're not playing devil's advocate. You are the devil's advocate.
Now I do believe. Listen. What happened?
He sold his soul. He sold his soul for $5.
$5 10 minutes ago.
You said the devil's advocate.
I gotta ask you a question.
Here's the undersea cable map. There's no cable from here to Australia, which is very close on the bottom of the ball.
But who laid those undersea? When the Vikings, when Jimmy said the Vikings they knew all this stuff, that was fucking like 500, 600, 700, 800 years ago.
Hang on. Cool story. Anything beyond 100 years ago is a story, and you have no proof of it. I interviewed a woman named Ruth, 102 years old, back in February of 2020. Oh, fuck. I just deleted it. All right. And she
just like us.
Yeah. She sometimes when I go to click on an image, I click the X and I made it go away. She was telling me that
the Vikings navigated by the star.
He was taught.
No, I believe you.
He was taught that the Earth was flat in public school in Connecticut in the 1920s, and we found newspaper articles that showed that they were teaching flat Earth across the entire world in the early 1920s, 30s, and even 40s, and there's still some places today that still teach it.
What about like when Christopher Columbus said when he was sailing across the ocean that he actually saw a light come up from under the ocean up and out into the sky like like a spaceship or some shit.
That's something different.
Cool story, bro. Cool story. Were you there?
No.
Columbus never happened. Christopher Columbus did not discover America. Do you know that below our Capitol building is another building below it? Okay, that's buried in mud. this infrastructure was here before Christopher Columbus. Okay. The transcontinental railroads were excavated. They were not built during our time here. Okay. The Wild West is a story. Okay.
Oh, and supposedly Christopher Columbus discovered that the world's not flat either.
No, I wasn't even talking about that. I was talking about
that was his big thing, you know.
He actually saw, it's in his notes and shit, that he saw a huge light come up out of the ocean.
Don't take away the one Italian holiday we got. Come on.
You got no proof of that. I'm not gonna. That could support my story. I'm not gonna take it. You have no proof of that. Christopher Columbus was a
that could be that great.
I don't even know if he existed. Okay. I don't even know if he existed.
Wild West so you're saying like the Wild West. You're saying like
the story of them digging gold mines like out in Utah or in Salt Lake in Utah. There's these gold mines that the story of how they dug them, like out in the middle of nowhere, guys with horses and buggies brought enough dynamite out to excavate these mines and then pull all the rocks out. We couldn't do that today. Okay?
But what do we gain out of thinking like, what do we gain out of that?
Well, I mean, this is about controlling the human mind. They don't want
Anunnaki, Dave. They were the ones that got the gold.
Yeah. They want us to believe in infinite space. They want us to feel insignificant. They want us to give up our power. This is a war. The currency of this world is not money. They use money to control us, and it's monopoly money because they can just print it whenever they want. And Monopoly, if you run out of money in the bank, you just write some more money on paper and you keep playing, right? They control us with money. They control our minds with the globe.
That's what Greg's not getting, Dave.
No, I do. I understand it.
I'll
be a devil's advocate with a lot of stuff. But I do understand. I do believe all that printed money. I believe all that. I'm not saying
it's all about control. They don't want to.
No, they just did it last year. They gave everybody 1,200, 1,000. Now they want to give people 450,000. Right. Money's nothing to them.
Right, and this is all about control and division. Right now, they're resetting the population. All of our history is going to be gone unless
total reset.
Who the fuck are those two people in the background?
It's called Total Reset. Build Back Better.
Oh, that's me and Ruth. That's me and Ruth.
That's you?
Yeah, that's
when
I interviewed Ruth.
Who's
Ruth? Ruth is the 102-year-old that was taught the Earth was flat in public school. Check this out.
That lady's 102.
She's 104 now. So check this out.
She's got more pep than you, Greg.
Yes, she does. Is she single?
Is that a cigar?
Yes, single.
Oh God.
What's that flying in the back there?
What's what?
What's that thing was flying behind?
So let me tell you. So the space shuttle never carried any people. It was a balloon. Okay, it was a balloon. Right? How do I say that? Let me just quickly show you the launch. Well, a balloon. That's how you say it. I'm trying how to show it to you if I could find the image. So when it takes off, you know how the space shuttle always rolled on its back and it flew kind of upside down? That's because the external tank was helium and it was the lightest part, right? So here's the space shuttle. And if you go Google space shuttle launch, you're going to come up with this video. Now, look at this fence here. This thing is going to shoot out superheated fuel thrust to lift 4 million pounds. And that fence, that should be, you know, if you look at what a room temperature tornado at 300 miles an hour would tie that thing into knots. It turns trees into splinters, right? It would just destroy everything. This thrust is going to lift 4 million pounds, and this fence isn't even going to fucking wiggle, okay? This is nonsense. This is a fucking balloon, right? It goes up, it goes out into the ocean, into restricted space, the Bermuda Triangle, and where there's military out there keeping the space clear, and then it just crashes into the ocean.
I would figure that fence would melt.
But it comes back to Earth,
and it doesn't. Yeah. And look at all the thrust.
Yeah, it probably would melt.
This smoke is all coming out of the ground. This is all. Now this is launching something.
Yeah, it's a fucking metal fence. It's a fucking exhaust.
Yeah, absolute insanity. Right. And then when you watch this thing go down range, when it separates from the solid rocket boosters, you hear the separation and see it at the same time. It's 30 miles downrange. Well, if it was 20 miles downrange, that sound would come 90 seconds later after the actual thing that you see, like thunder and lightning. But we hear it at the same time, right? So in a second, you're going to see the separation, and if you could hear the sound, it goes, psh, just at the second that it comes apart, right? So this thing is going over 17,000 miles an hour right now. These things are going to come off, and they're going to travel sideways at 17,000 miles an hour. They're still in the atmosphere, because you can see. And look, these things are keeping up at 17,000 miles an hour. They should shoot forward because they're still on. This is CGI bullshit, okay? This is nonsense. And if you look at it on the launch pad, there was a little breeze. This thing's 4 million pounds. It's bouncing around it's moving around like a fucking bouncy house, okay? It's a bouncy house because it's filled with helium.
Sally Ride.
Sally Ride.
Who died in the crash.
You mean Krista McCullough? Krista McCullough. Well, happens to be that we found six of the 7 have identical twins with the same name, same birthday, everything. That say
and cushy jobs, Dave.
Yeah, and they all have cushy jobs at universities, and they none of them showed up at their siblings' funerals. Okay, none of them showed up at their siblings' funeral. Your twin didn't show up at your funeral. Bullshit.
Yeah, I've seen that too. I've seen that. Yep.
Bullshit. And you remind me of Joe Rogan, right? The guy that used to be the friggin' poster boy where there's no way we went to the moon. Then he had Neil deGrasse Tyson on, took a little vacation, came back, had huge contracts, huge shows. Joe Rogan investigates everything, you know, all this stuff. And all of a sudden he's like, oh, there's no way we faked it. There's no way we faked it. He's wearing a fucking NASA suit. This guy said, I would lie to my mother, right? If you want to give me some of that CIA, NASA money, and bam, he got it. He's lying to his mother. He's lying to you. He's lying to everybody. Joe Rogan is a traitor to humanity.
Greg's going to fill that application out.
Kind of money.
Greg's going to fill that application out, Dave.
I'd lie to my mother. My mother's dead.
But by the way, you only get $5 because you said you'd sell your soul for $5.
$5.
You're done, bro. You're done.
Right. So going back to what I was showing you a moment ago, when you look at the space shuttle, when it drops that external tank, this thing weighs 40,000 pounds empty, they tell us. So this thing is falling down to Earth. First problem, does this look like it's falling? It's being filmed by the guys that are on their way into orbit. Somehow they're filming it as they're rocketing out. This thing is falling at 1,000 miles an hour. It's going to burn up before it gets to the clouds. Now watch carefully here. You see that piece of paper that went by? That shows you that this thing is just floating in the sky. Another piece of paper is going to fly by here in about 10 seconds.
Wait,
okay?
Piece of paper?
Yeah, so... so watch, a little piece of paper is going to go by.
No, but what I want to know is how do they guide that? How do you know
this is a fucking Macy's Day Parade balloon floating in the sky. Okay?
That could hit a fucking, how do you guide that?
They're just filming it, then they capture it. We actually have a video that shows a hidden, like, I don't want to say cloaked, because you're like, oh, Star Wars, right? The recovery vehicle that grabs this thing out of the air. We actually have a video with that, right?
They have to grab it.
Yeah. This thing is going to burn up before it gets to the clouds. Look at this fucking PVC pipe going down the side of it, right? So if you look at, the SR-71, which is the modern, our spy plane, that thing is like a razor blade. It doesn't have any paint on it because it gets too hot and the paint would burn off. Like they say, the outer skin at Mach 2.3 or 3.2, which is like 2,100 miles an hour, it gets too hot. It gets up to over 500 degrees, right? But somehow the space shuttle, when it's going into orbit, goes Mach 25.
Yeah, it still has the American flag.
It still has the American flag on it, and it's not.
And the NASA symbol.
It's not aerodynamic at all, right? This thing at 2,193 miles per hour is as fast as it can go. This thing can go 10 times faster. 10 times faster. This fucking hunk of junk. You have to be brain dead. And this is what they do. They fluoridate you. They axonate you. They give you poisons. They feed you garbage. They brainwash you in school so you defend your little blue ball. And then
the TV's the worst, David.
And you never, the television programming. They're controlling your mind. And people say, well, how are all these people protecting the lie? Look at you. You're protecting the lie because you've been programmed to protect the lie. Programmed.
Absolutely.
Okay?
So, David, is everything coming to a head right now?
It certainly is.
The total reset, they're freaking out because there's an awakening.
there's an awakening happening in it seems like every 100 years. They kind of try to reset the population, whether it's a physical reset or something else. I don't know, but every 100 years there's a culling of the population. 1920, there was the Spanish flu. Everybody, wore masks. Got this. We must protect our war heroes that were all sick from being over.
No, they didn't have no vaccination, did they?
Absolutely. The war heroes came back and they were all sick from being in foreign lands. No, they're not sick from being in foreign lands. They're sick from all of the stuff that they had to take inside their body.
It wasn't even a Spanish flu. They said that.
I know. But my point is, everyone got this to protect them, and they all wore face masks. Look up. Everyone was wearing face masks, and everyone died. And Fauci said it himself. They died of bacterial pneumonia from wearing a fucking face mask. Fauci said it himself. Yeah. They always tell us, right? 1820, cholera. 1720, the plague, right? 1920, the COVID, okay? This is what's going on. People are blind.
I've been telling people that mask is unhealthy. I've been telling people that
your breath is your spirit, and they're separating you from spirit. They're separating you.
Some spirits stink. But no, listen, I agree with you with all that. See, now I agree with all that. The only reason why I had to get vaccinated, they wouldn't let me see my sister who was in the hospital.
Well, that's control,
in a special unit.
Well, then you did it. You chose to go see your sister. You chose to allow that to happen. I understand.
I wouldn't do it otherwise.
Your sister should thank you, because if they gave you the real vaccine, you're in big fucking trouble. Right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Hopefully. Luckily, you know what? They gave out a lot of saline. They gave a lot, and there is an article that just came out the other day. They admitted that some of them are saline and some of them are poisonous.
I got to be honest with you.
Are they doing controlled studies? Is that why?
They're purposely taking out. They're targeting populations.
When you see a lot of these fucking congressmen and shit, they're not even. The syringe is empty. It's a fucking empty syringe.
Why are they doing that? No, I know. You're right.
The other day when I saw George.
But here's the thing. Hold on, Greg. Check this out. They could just give them a saline shot, but they don't. They make it completely obvious. They're showing us. Like when you saw Biden, he was on that set. Did you see that? He was on a stage set. They made it look like the White House, but it was on a stage.
Yeah, why would they do that?
They're doing that because they're telling us. They're showing us. They're not allowed. They're not allowed to put a bear trap in the woods buried in leaves without putting a sign up, without giving you a warning.
I know.
This is what we're doing. And if you're too stupid to see it, then you deserve what you're going to get in their minds. I don't know if you.
I believe all that shit.
I know. Our souls. God won't allow.
They won't let you take your souls unless you willingly give it to them.
I seen when Biden got that shot. I seen the guy push. No, it was Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
When he pushed, there was nothing there. The syringe was already like the bot.
And if you look at Biden's first shot and his second shot, totally different arm.
There was nothing there.
No, totally different arm. And then Fauci, he said, "Oh, when I got the shot, there was a little pain. Wrong arm. He picked the wrong arm." Okay, it's all bullshit, and it's done on purpose. It's all done on purpose because they're giving us a chance. Open your fucking eyes. Put your big boy pants on. Let you go of your little blue ball and realize who you are, where you are, and what you are. The earth is flat. The earth is flat.
David,
all right, guys.
David, I want to thank you for coming on. I got to tell you something. You've opened my eyes. Okay, I don't know if I can buy it all, but
here's the thing: the trolls are going to show up in your comments, and they're going to go, "Dave's a moron. He's selling an app. It's all money. He's a blah 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 blah. Whatever. He's a Jew. He's a fucking whatever. All of this shit." But then ask them, is that your best globe proof?
Wait,
is that your best globe proof? Is that your best globe proof? Is that
you're full of shit? Then I'm kidding.
All right. I'm playing. Is that your best globe proof? And go look at their channels. There's nothing. They have empty channels. These are paid shills, paid trolls, bots. They're going to come after you. Use your own mind. Don't believe me. Don't believe them. Go look at it yourself. Go.
David, I got one more thing I want to say. So, 7 years ago, my mother passed away, and I went into a depression, and I started studying subatomic particles. And, I was getting into the science of life and death and all that. And all of a sudden, I ran across a flat Earth video, right? And I was like, "What the hell is this?" I said, "The flat Earth video. This has got to be a joke." So I watched it.
We all started the same way,
right? And then I watched another one. 3 years I was watching these videos. ODD TV.
Yeah, baby.
There was a million of them. So, and all of a sudden, one day, you couldn't find the fucking one video anymore.
Right, they hit them all. We were tracking when you search flat Earth. It tells you how many results you had. Well, we were beating all of the pop stars, all of the huge, YouTube personalities. And then we passed President Trump. This was during the early Trump days, and we literally hit the top. And what did they do? They took down the scoreboard. You no longer get the number of results when you search for flat Earth, right? And then they started algorithm. You search flat Earth now, you get nonsense. Let me just go back to my app 1 second, because
that's what it is.
Because this is how you learn. You want to learn about flat Earth? Go down the bottom left. Every day there's a new featured video. Watch that video every day, and then your life will be fucked. You'll lose your friends and family because you'll be a flat earther, right? Right? If you miss the one, hit that little play button next to it, and that'll bring you to the archive. All of the videos that have been on the app. You hit the question mark. Any questions that you have, you can find them. Why the lie? Great videos there. What about eclipses? What about ships over the horizon? Clip that. If you click any one, and just click ships over the horizon, and up will come great videos that will show you what the fuck's going on. And these videos won't show up in YouTube searches.
You used to be able to get those, Dave.
You used to. Yeah. Right. And they would recommend them, but now they don't. They're hidden. So the app will bring you.
So my question is, why, if the flat Earth, I was always telling Dave and John and everybody at the show, why would they, if we were like wearing a foil hat and we're retards, why would they take them down, And why would Obama even mention the flat Earth a few times?
He mentioned the Flat Earth Society 6 times in his speeches.
Yeah.
Flat Earth Society is a
Why would he do that? If we're a bunch of fucking morons, why would he even mention it on
steering them over to the Flat Earth Society? He said, we don't have time for the meeting of the Flat Earth Society. That makes people Google Flat Earth Society. You Google Flat Earth, you end up at the Flat Earth Society. And the Flat Earth Society is a government-run disinformation site. It has a little bit of truth, and then it's like, the Flat Earthers believe that the Earth is rising at 9.8 meters per second, and that what causes gravity. Not true. No Flat Earther believes that. So that's a disinformation site to make you just laugh at Flat Earth and never go back to it again.
That's to make you go off the highway.
And for those of you that say the Flat Earth is dying, this is the Flat Earthers that are just near me, right? All of these blue dots are Flat Earthers near me, right? If I set my radius to 50 kilometers right here, I'm in Greenwich, Connecticut. These are people that have my app and that have put a username in the Flat Earth Friend Finder. I have 209 people, and I could send them all a message together, or I can pick out any one of them and send an individual message to that person. And this is how we get together.
Dave, I have friends in Germany that are all
on board. You better join David's app. It's the Flat Earth Sun
This goes beyond the Flat Earth.
I go, Dave, Germany. I'm in Westchester, buddy.
Yeah, you're on. Well, you're not on there.
Close. I'm in Greenwich a lot.
So Germany.
Dave, I studied the Flat Earth for 3 years straight.
Hit me up if you ever want to grab a beer. So here's Germany right here. These are people in Germany that have the app. Okay,
that's right. That's just the ones that have the app.
These are the ones
that more than that.
Wait, and so there's damn right they are. There's 29,656 people on there, and that's just the people that have my app that have signed up that have put a username in. That's way less than half of the people that have my app, and only less than 1% of the flat earthers in the world even know about my app. Okay, there's flat earthers everywhere, and this is what scares the shit out of the elite. Big time.
That's why they took it off. That's why they took it off YouTube, because there's a huge movement. Listen, when they took the videos down, when they had the convention in North Carolina, right after that.
We just had a convention in North Carolina 2 weeks ago. It was phenomenal. It's like 400 or 500 people there. Amazing people. Every single blue dot is an awesome person. So now, people say, what, you're hired and you got the job or whatever. Things that a flat earther will never hear. Well, that's not true. Now people that are flat earthers looking for employees, they're pinging the dots around them because every single one of those persons is an awesome person. New friendships. People are getting married. People are hiring people. It's amazing.
I want to tell Greg, David, George, when I was studying the videos and they were making a lot of sense to me. And the people that were, executing the videos, engineers, structural engineers, professors. I mean, these weren't like jerk offs off the street. These are like, these people had solid jobs.
Educated people. People
educated people, man. They were like,
care about what they do. They're following a pattern.
Architects. One guy was a fucking architect. He builds structures. he was on board with the whole thing. It was
yeah.
amazing,
Look up Brian on the app. You can find the Brian Mullen videos. It's called Balls Out Physics. This is a engineer.
He's in Florida. That guy lives in Florida.
Engineer, awesome videos. He's got the board up. He explained everything, and
that's right.
And then he got into like blackballed somebody with his job, and he had to lay low for a little bit. But this is the problem. If you speak out about flat Earth and you're in a like if you're a pilot, you get grounded. Well, then who's going to do it?
Yeah.
Everyone needs their
get
slave
fired.
job. Right, you get fired.
Do you believe in heaven and all that? Do you believe in life after death?
I didn't before, but now I do. I know that the currency of this world is souls, and they're trying to steal your soul. You're willing to sell your soul. God bless, right? Because you're going to need that.
It's a war on our souls.
It's a war on our souls. They want our souls, and they want to stop us. They want to stop us.
That's what I try to.
Right.
That's what I try to tell people.
They want to stop us.
It is a war going on here. An unseen war.
They want to stop us from knowing that there's a creator.
I remember when your mom passed, and I remember talking to you, and I know that you were. That's how you discovered all this, right? Trying to just figure out heaven.
What happened was when my mom passed away,
right?
And I was with her the whole time. All of a sudden, like my world just stopped short, like a fucking brake on a truck. I was like, what the fuck? And I felt very alone, and I didn't know what to do, and I went on the fucking computer one night, and I started studying like scientific stuff, subatomic particles, and the slit board test with the atoms, and I was just going berserk with all that for like a months and months, and then all of a sudden I came across one of those videos, and it said flat Earth, and I was like, wait, what the fuck is this flat Earth? So I clicked on it. And I watched it. It was very interesting. And then I saw another one and another. I just kept going.
That's what YouTube used to do. Now,
in the sky, there's two lights in the sky, David. You got the hard light, and then you got the firmament light, which is blue. Just like when you go into a photographer studio, they got a hard light, they got a reflector, and they got the soft light. That's how we get 3D here on Earth. So when the sun is setting in the west and it's getting very low in the sky, you can still go behind your house and still read a book, because the sky is still lit. So there's two lights going on.
The sky is the daylight, and the other is sunlight. Two different things.
Right. Exactly. So once the sun starts to go away and the light shrinks, which wouldn't happen on a spinning ball against the sun, because in the morning, if the Earth is turning into the sun, the whole fucking horizon should light up because
it comes in as a local light, right? And the sun is like a Tesla coil, and it's fluorescing the gases. Well, guess what? Most of our upper atmosphere is made of. It's made of nitrogen, which fluoresces blue. Fascinating. And as the sun goes away, just like you move a Tesla coil away from fluorescent lights, the farther ones will dim out, and then you can't see the light anymore. It's sending electricity. That's how solar power panels work. They're collecting electricity.
That's what Nikola Tesla said when he died. He said, think about the universe.
Solar panels,
yeah.
I got to wrap this up, guys. David Weiss, thank you so much.
Let me tell you where to.
Check out his app if you want the Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac app by Blue Water Bay.
Right.
And
you can find me at, if you forget the name of it, which is hard to remember, flatearthdave.com. Flatearthdave.com. If you have a podcast and a decent audience, there's a request form for an interview right there on flatearthdave.com. Flatearthdave.com.
We actually have a decent audience. He came on. Thank you, David, so
much. And listen, so Jim, not Jimmy, Greg.
Yes.
Before the show, you were ignorant, just like we all were. Now,
how dare you?
If you do not embrace this, you are.
I gotta be honest with you. You got me
willfully
thinking.
Ignorant, willfully ignorant, and that's a problem. That's a sin.
You got me thinking about a lot of shit.
Good, man. Good.
I just want to say one thing to you. Nobody's going to rip you apart in the comment sections. When they're going to rip apart Dave, because either Dave was eating or drawing, and that's what they're going to.
I wasn't eating or drawing. I was very interested today.
Okay.
Yeah. He always does that. He's very rude, Dave. He always does that. Even when I'm talking, he'll start writing something like I'm in school
I
or
write
some
notes
shit.
myself. I can ask questions. I am the host of the show.
No, I got to be honest with you, Dave. You got me thinking. Some stuff.
And Dave, before you go, back to the Falkland Islands, right? So, didn't Argentina attack the Falkland?
For 3 hours after the show's over here.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Ask me your final question.
So the Falkland Islands, right? So I went to school with a friend of mine, and the teacher was talking about the Falkland Islands, right? So he was from Brooklyn, this guy. So he says, what fucking island you talking about, Professor? He says, well, I don't think you understand. And my friend says, no, I don't think you fucking understand. There's many fucking islands over here. What am I supposed to put on the fucking test? He says, listen, man. He goes, there's only one fucking island. He goes, you okay? He goes, look at the fucking map. He goes, you see all those little things right there? Those are fucking islands.
All right, guys, I'm out. Goodbye.
Thank you, David.
Send me a link when this is up, right?
And I'll share it. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. All right.
As we say every week here at After Hours, thank you for joining us. I think we'll see you next week.
We're all fucking nuts.
All right, guys.
David Weiss,
Don't forget to get your
Hey, good meeting you, brother.
Very interesting show.